everyone, and welcome to Autzen Stadium, home of the Oregon Ducks and the House of Loud, a place where great teams go to die. And the Ducks will put total leather to crank us up. On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. So Oregon State's return team didn't help matters out much with that one. They've met in the so-called toilet bowl, and they've played to go to the Rose Bowl. It's run the gamut, but this one is always intense.
Yeah, Reese, I called that game back in 2009 where the winner was going to go to the Rose Bowl, and I had a chance.
The 10.
You had all day to stew on it, get excited, and dream about getting sacks, and it took no longer than the first play to get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. This defense has been doing it all year long.
Snowed under by the defense.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on second in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up third and short.
Bully ball on third and short. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. The Beavers line up to punt it away. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. So the Oregon Ducks offense will go to work for the first time. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football at a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to do, and you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much he'll test that cornerback on the other side.
You know, there's a saying, there's no defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing that guy's way.
They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34. A program whose history is built on speed. Oregon just ran away from the Beavers last time.
And the Ducks were ready to play a year ago. They were ready for a war. They came out, they took it to Oregon State. They didn't back off, Jesse. That game meant a lot to them.
Yeah, they just caught fire early, and Oregon State couldn't put the fire out. They had no...
Gonna take a shot. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run play action. Keeps it going. But now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got the quick pass. He's finally got it out of bounds, and even with that kind of pickup, they are still short of the first down. This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on 4th down. Past the 40, and they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. They'll throw it on first down. It's complete. Showing off the arm.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Slips a tackle. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Running back goes in motion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Quarterback now breaking the field. Couldn't find anybody open, just threw it away, and that's a smart move. You want to avoid the turnover, especially in the red zone. It'll be 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And they get to him and sack the quarterback. Stop the drive on down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got an open man. He's running free down the middle. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense, 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And after the really good gain on 1st down, they'll try to finish it off on 2nd and goal. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. And the field goal unit is on the field. And this will be a short one from about 21 yards out. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Auburn had an impressive showing there on the Plains, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Bo Jackson is impressed with this one. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And as he throws, can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone. It seems as if this old feud has been going on since Lewis and Clark set the foundation for the Oregon Trail. They've been playing since 1894, guys.
The game's been played for a long time. A lot on the line in the state of Oregon. Bragging rights, Jesse, for a whole year.
I feel like it's one of the rivalries in college football that maybe a lot of people don't talk about or really know about. But if you've ever been around this game and you know about the tradition and the history and the emotions surrounding this game, this is easily one of the best rivalries in college football.
He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Now 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He's going to take off. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a 1st down. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Now from inside the red zone. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
He makes the catch. Into the house. Touchdown, Oregon.
Yeah, this offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the first quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Powers through the defender. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
This running back just doesn't go down easily. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him. And just, you know what? Let his talent do the rest.
The Beavers are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Now he's looking to throw it. Using the quick game. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Oh, I got to sell him deep. I got to get a little bit of space where I can make him think I'm running deep, and then I sit down real quick. QB, wide receiver on the same page. First down.
Crosses the 30. He's got to lay it. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
They'll ride the hot hand.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Back to pass, it's Alexis. Using his legs to buy some time. Got enough space. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Beaver! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board.
Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
This doesn't happen with just anybody at tailback. You got to do this with a dude, a guy you know can roll. Just toss it to him, let him get out in the open field. They'll do the rest and make big gains.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. The RPO, it's complete. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
That's a really nice-looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent basis. But I'll tell you, he really gives them a chance. He makes this offense go.
Second down coming up. Fast motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The completion well past the sticks. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ducks! Ready to try the point after. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Off play action. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. And the Beavers send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Slips through the line. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the...
Intercepted. Trying to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, I can tell you haven't played the position. If you can't step into throws and you can't follow through, it obviously affects your accuracy. And I think the hit on the quarterback right there certainly contributed to that interception.
Looking to throw, it's Alexis. Finds his tight end. Put it. The change with the first down. The Beavers are in the hurry up. Going up top on first down. The sure hands, it's Lachey. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. New set of downs after that completion. Comes out throwing on first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon State.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right.
He's ready to take a shot. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with going up top. Pulls it in on the left. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Oregon.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring. So they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the gun, give on the inside. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set for the second half kickoff. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football. This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football, you're ahead, you can be a little bit more conservative, but again, this opens up the pass, this keeps everything in balance for this offense.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Fires to the big fella. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And the Ducks have this offense rolling. They'll throw it on first down. Works the middle. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points. And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They are pinned deep, and this crowd is letting them have it. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He'll get rid of it. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. That's why everybody has to do the tip drill, DBs and receivers, and it worked out this time for the offense.
That's exactly what you want as a defender. Just get your hand on the football, let that thing bounce, and you see so many big plays made, but it was the opposite. It goes right to the wide receiver. He makes the play, makes the catch. Man, that's frustrating for a defense.
Looking to pass. It's Alexis. He's got him in the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. This offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down. The Beavers will call on their punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He's got it inside the 15. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oregon! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll bring it back. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Now they've got breathing room. Got 6 all the way out to the 20. 6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. Wants to throw. It's Alexis. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive line when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out.
Touchdown, Ducks! And the route is on. It's as if the Duck has hopped on that motorcycle and is revving the engine, and Oregon is threatening to drive away.
And Oregon's a team that, man, when they get it going, a lot of times they're just so hard to stop. The swag gets rolling. Oregon State's going to have to find something in this rivalry.
They need a big play, and they need it right now. The Beavers need to be able to slow down this runaway train that is the Oregon Ducks right now.
Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
They'll go to the ground. Stopped at the 28, but a big 15-yard pickup gives them some breathing room.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
Grab near the marker. It's Lachey. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. And the Beavers come to the line with a new set of downs. The give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Just a 1-yard gain leaves him with 3rd and 9. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Made that play and was hoping to make another one on the return, but they'll take it in business at the 41.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. Still looking. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much worse as the defender was right there. This is a 3rd and long. They're bringing heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Going downfield for the big play. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. 2nd down. Let's go. Alert. They'll try the run. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
And that was a nice 2nd down run and setting up 3rd and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play. 3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop. And you better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
Quickly complete.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The corners are walked up tight. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Looking downfield, it's Alexis. Quick completion on the out. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. The Beavers are marching down the field. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
29 Philly. 2-9.
Got it behind the line. It's Lachey. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. The Beavers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
It's still 3rd and goal. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. They're trying to get to it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Unloads to the wideout. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Line gets set, 1st down. The give to the back. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Movement here from the tight end. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. He's right on target. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. And the timing just a hair off.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
The back goes in motion. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Hey, man, 4th and 1 at any part of the field is risky to go for, especially when you're in your own end of the field. What they did, it was a good play call. I like them being aggressive, especially after getting that first down.
The Ducks getting set on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
He wants to throw. Fires to the middle. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. It's a big stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Oregon. And the pummeling has started. They add on to this lead, and it looks as if they'll be moving to 2-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
That makes Oregon 49, Oregon State.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, he makes the catch. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Alexis. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And this defense has done such a great job. Another sack on the day. They forced an interception. They've been flying all over the field playing great defense.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. On target over the middle. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. And the Beavers are flying down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires left. Picked off. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the 4th quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
I tell you, I love the mentality by this offense right now. They've got a pretty big lead. They're still being aggressive, taking shots, and they're finding the matchups they like. Man, they're taking advantage right now.
They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32.
Get set, get set.
He's going to pass. Got his man quickly. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Pressure coming. Got out of trouble and throws. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Caught in the backfield, it's Witherspoon. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown! Has commenced. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
15 moves.
The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that...
And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Oregon! And the beatdown has ensued. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back.
And the sack all the way back at the 5. They'll come to the line and try to get out of this mess on 2nd down from the 5. Back to throw, it's Alexis. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. Wide. What you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games and had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Looking to throw for it. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. The first down for the offense. He's looking to throw it. Trying to get to it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day.
Got a lot of running room. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. He'll take a shot. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone. After the misconnection, it's 2nd down. Touch pass on the right. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! And the punishment has been extended.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. First down here for the offense. He wants to throw. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. To the air, it's Alexis. The pass ball's incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. The defender got a little desperate there. Grabbed, held, and the offense will take the penalty. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. No matter how much college football changed,